Hey guys, RTT back here for the video, guys. So I want to talk about this video today by Phone Buff. He put these two phones to the test. The Google Pixel Fold and the Galaxy Z Fold 5. And he wanted to see which one would win in a speed test, a performance test. So pretty much what he did, he has a robot here and he goes through different applications, one after the other, to see which ones on both phones load up faster. He goes through Facebook, Starbucks, Word documents, Excel documents, camera, etc. You can see the apps right here on the left hand side, or the right hand side of the Google Galaxy Z Fold 5. Left hand side of the Google Pixel Fold. And in all honesty, yeah, the Google Pixel Fold gets blown away by the Galaxy Z Fold 5. She actually loses by 24 seconds. And also, the Google Pixel Fold does overheat, he says, and they have to, take time to, kind of let it chill out a little bit because it's actually having problems with its overheating, not working correctly, etc., right? So, from being a user who, again, I use both of these phones daily. These are low-key both my daily drivers. Like, I use both these phones in my daily driver every single day. I know you technically should have one daily driver. I can't. I literally love both these phones. I have a SIM card in both of these phones right here. One, two. Two different numbers, two different SIM cards, and I use them both just as much as each other throughout the whole entire day. Now, when I saw this test, I was not surprised. Because listen, at the end of the day, the Z Fold 5 is so much more powerful than the Google Pixel Fold. The Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor just came out. Gen 3 is actually about to come out sometime in the next couple months. Versus the Tensor G2 chip, which at this point is old. I mean, the Tensor G3 chip is coming out in a couple months. So I'm not surprised that the Galaxy Z Fold 5 won in the performance test. And if you're being honest here, the Z Fold 5, if you look at every benchmark I have done, everyone else has done, this phone is so much more powerful than any other affordable phone on the market at this moment in time. Right? So, it's not surprising to see it destroy, the Google Pixel Fold. But again, there's a reason why. This is 5 generations of Enhance. This went through 5 different generations of, upgrades, fixing things, optimizing things, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, as he says in the video, he could just do the test over and over again. Doesn't overheat, doesn't have problems. He is fine with the test while this one overheats. But there's a reason why, again, is because it's a first-gen product. When you first had the Surface Duo 1 and Surface Duo 2 come out, the Duo 1 had a lot of problems, right? There was a lot of problems with this phone. So then the Duo 2 was going to be the phone that fixed all the problems. And for the most part, it did, right? And a lot of the problems, 6 gigabytes of RAM, 8 gigabytes of RAM. 60 hertz panels, 90 hertz panels. No camera really. It has camera, but it's crappy. Camera bump in the back with triple cameras. Right? So again, that's pretty much what you always see in a second iteration of any phone that comes out. Whether it is a Google Pixel Fold, which we will see a Google Pixel Fold 2 that will come out and have an upgraded everything, probably Tensor G3 chip. It will have more optimized apps, more, build quality will be a little bit better. I think the build quality is fine on this phone, but I'm saying it will be improved no matter what. And that's, again, what you get out of 5 generations of a Galaxy Z Fold 5 versus the first gen of the Google Pixel Fold. And I've said this many times, I'll say this again, and I actually want to bring this up as an example here because it is kind of annoying, okay? I will admit it is it is frustrating when it comes to these two devices for certain applications, and I would say certain ones, a lot of applications. Both of these phones are not the same when it comes to applications. Most applications on the Play Store and that you use every single day are fully optimized for the Galaxy Z Fold 5. Again, it's the reason why it's been out for 5 years. And with that being said, that's why a lot of the applications you're going to see in Phone Buff's video, they load faster on the Galaxy Z Fold 5 because of the fact that they are actually able to be optimized for it. So, for example, I want to show you guys the YouTube Studio app, okay? This is the YouTube Studio app on the Google Pixel Fold, right? There's a little, actually, there actually isn't something in the right-hand corner. If I hold it in this orientation, that's all I can do. I can't make it bigger. I can't make it fit the screen. It's not optimized for it in any way. Now, if I turn it like this, I can actually refresh it. And let me do that real fast. And now it fits the display perfectly, right? Fits it perfectly, no big deal at all. Now, I will say in this phone buff video, he's only using the outside display, not the inside display. But even with the inside display, let me see if outside display. Yeah, okay, I will say this is actually more optimized. That definitely is more optimized. Again, I still think it's a little bit better on the Z Fold devices, but let me go ahead and show you guys this on the Z Fold devices. So Z Fold devices, other than, again, if I put it in, let's say this orientation, let me see. Yeah, I would say this is, yeah, it'd be this orientation. If I put in horizontal orientation, this is what it looks like on the Z Fold devices. And you might say, well, that doesn't look that much better. It does. Because the crease that goes down the middle covers up half of the YouTube Studio on this app. Let me show you. Look at the crease down the middle. That covers up like literally just a split down the middle that you can see, but it's kind of glares and it's just annoying. While this one, because it's a horizontal way, and again, when it goes like this, fully optimized, right? But when it goes in that orientation, in a horizontal orientation, it's a mess, right? So again, like I said, it's not a huge deal. It's not a huge problem. I'm not sitting here saying that, you know, oh, you can't use a Google Pixel Fold. But there are a lot of applications that are simply not optimized for this phone versus optimized for this phone, right? And you're going to see that across the board for a lot of applications you use. Now, in this test, that doesn't really affect anything because he's using the outside displays. And for the most part, again, like I said, the outside displays, I haven't seen too many problems when it comes to the outside displays on both these phones. So if I use, for example, YouTube Studio on this phone. Okay. Restart YouTube Studio. Yes, thank you. Yeah, again, like I said, not much problems at all, right? So again, it is what it is, right? And the whole point I'm trying to make is, I'm not really that surprised a first gen phone isn't going to be, you know, faster than the 5th generation phone, but also the 5th generation phone, the Z Fold device, is faster and better, like performance wise, than the Google Pixel Fold. Tensor G2 chip, old chip, more brand new chip in the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chip. Sorry, butchered that. But yeah, so it is what it is. 24 seconds, definitely not the best. And they did, again, have to take, you know, delays and breaks throughout the time to try to, you know, get these to actually line up a little bit better. And the second test they did was actually very close. It was actually 50 seconds, 50.14 versus 49.79. So, a lot closer. And again, kind of expect that. If you go into the future here and you compare the Google Pixel 2 to the Galaxy Z Fold 5, you're probably going to see almost exact numbers. So, new device, 5th gen device. It is what it is. Tell me down below your thoughts, opinions. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.